You need $1 million to retire. It is probably the most repeated piece of retirement advice in Canadian personal finance. You have heard it. You may have built your retirement planning around it. And it is simultaneously mathematically defensible and almost entirely useless as a retirement target, because it tells you nothing about your specific situation, your government income, your expenses, your timeline, or whether $1 million is too much or not nearly enough for you specifically. Here is the question that actually matters. How much income do you need in retirement? And where is it coming from? A Canadian who needs $40,000 per year in retirement receives average CPP of approximately $10,800 per year and OAS of approximately $8,900 per year, and lives in a paid-off home in a lower-cost city, needs approximately $500,000 in personal savings to generate the remaining $20,300 at a 3.8% withdrawal rate. Not $1 million, $500,000. A Canadian who needs $80,000 per year in retirement receives the same government benefits and has ongoing housing costs, needs approximately $1,600,000 in personal savings. More than $1 million. The number is not $1 million. The number is yours, specific to your income requirements, your government benefits, your expenses, and your timing decisions. This video builds that specific number with 3 different Canadian retirement scenarios using the actual 2026 government benefit rates, and covers the 5 decisions that determine whether retirement is achievable on the timeline you want. Canada's retirement income system has 3 government pillars. Most Canadians understand them only vaguely, and the specific 2026 amounts, rules, and interaction effects between them are among the most financially important things a Canadian approaching retirement can know. Pillar 1. Canada Pension Plan, CPP. CPP is a contributory, earnings-based retirement benefit. The maximum monthly CPP at age 65 in 2026 is $1,507.65 per month, $18,091.80 per year. Critically, very few Canadians receive the maximum. It requires contributing at or above the year's maximum pensionable earnings, YMPE, for virtually your entire working career. The realistic average monthly CPP in 2026 is approximately $850 to $925 per month, $10,200 to $11,100 per year. For planning purposes, always use your personal CPP estimate from My Service Canada account, not the maximum. CPP timing is one of the most consequential retirement decisions available. Take at 60. Permanently reduced by 0.6% per month early. Maximum reduction of 36% below the age 65 amount. Take at 65. The standard baseline. Take at 70. Permanently increased by 0.7% per month delayed. Maximum increase of 42% above the age 65 amount. On an illustrative CPP of $900 per month at 65, at 60, approximately $576 per month, $6,912 per year. At 65, approximately $900 per month, $10,800 per year. At 70, approximately $1,278 per month, $15,336 per year. Pillar 2, Old Age Security, OAS. OAS is a universal government pension for most Canadians aged 65 plus who have lived in Canada for at least 10 years. Current 2026 rates, ages 65 to 74, $743.05 per month. April to June 2026, rising to approximately $751 and 97 cents per month from July 29, 2026, after the confirmed 1.2% quarterly CPI increase. Ages 75, plus $817.36 per month. April to June 2026, rising to approximately $827.17 per month from July 2026. A permanent 10% enhancement introduced in July 2022. OAS clawback, 15 cents recovered per dollar of net income above $93,454, based on 2025 income for the July 2026 to June 2027 period. OAS is fully eliminated at approximately $151,668 in net income for ages 65 to 74. For 2026 income year planning, the threshold is $95,323. OAS can also be deferred to age 70, increasing by 0.6% per month, 7.2% per year, producing a maximum 36% permanent increase at age 70. Pillar 3, Guaranteed Income Supplement, GIS. GIS is a non-taxable monthly benefit for low-income OAS recipients. From July 2026, the maximum GIS for a single senior is approximately $1,123.17 per month, bringing combined OAS plus GIS to approximately $1,875 per month. GIS is recalculated every July based on the prior year's tax return. Crucially, TFSA withdrawals do not count as income for GIS purposes, making the TFSA the optimal long-term savings vehicle for lower-income Canadians who expect to qualify for GIS. Here is the vault, the single most valuable retirement decision most Canadians make wrong, and the specific dollar cost of making it wrong. Most Canadians take CPP as soon as they retire, often at 60, 61, or 62, because it feels like free money arriving earlier. The instinct is understandable. I have paid into this my whole career. Why wait to collect? Here is the mathematics that overrides the instinct. Lifetime income comparison. Illustrative CPP of $900 per month at 65. At 60, $576 per month times 12 equals $6,912 per year. At 70, $1,278 per month times 12 equals $15,336 per year. Annual difference, $8,424 per year, permanently indexed to inflation. A Canadian who delays from 60 to 70 and lives to 85 receives, at 60 for 25 years, $172,800 total. At 70 for 15 years, $230,040 total. Advantage of waiting to 70. $57,240 in total lifetime benefits. At 90, at 60 for 30 years, $207,360. At 70 for 20 years, $306,720. Advantage of waiting to 70, $99,360. And these figures don't account for the inflation indexing that makes the higher base even more valuable over time. The bridge strategy. The optimal approach for many Canadians is retire from work, draw down RRSP savings to fill the income gap between retirement and age 70, then switch to the much higher CPP at 70. This approach reduces the RRSP balance before mandatory RRIF conversion at 71, preventing large forced withdrawals at high tax rates, allows the CPP benefit to be as large as possible for life, spreads taxable RRSP income across more years at lower marginal rates during the bridge period. The savings equivalent of CPP delay. Delaying CPP from 65 to 70 adds approximately $4,536 per year, 1,278 minus 900 times 12, to annual income. At a 3.8% safe withdrawal rate, this income increase reduces the required personal savings by approximately $119,000. Delaying CPP is not just a benefit timing decision. It is the equivalent of saving an additional $119,000 before retirement. The OAS delay consideration, deferring OAS from 65 to 70, adds 36% to the base, from approximately $751.97 per month to approximately $1,022.68 per month, from July 2026 rates. For high earners near the $93,454 to $95,323 clawback threshold, deferring OAS while drawing down RRSP funds can be a tax-efficient strategy worth modeling with a financial planner. The retirement number is not universal. Here are 3 specific Canadian retirement scenarios built on the actual 2026 government benefit rates and specific lifestyle assumptions. The retirement income formula: personal savings required equals annual income target minus annual government benefits, divided by safe withdrawal rate. Using a 3.8% withdrawal rate, conservative midpoint for Canadian retirees. Scenario A, the modest retirement, $45,000 per year. Target, $45,000 per year. Illustrative CPP at 65, $10,800 per year, $900 per month. OAS at 65 from July 2026, $9,024 per year, approximately $752 per month. Government income, $19,824 per year. Income gap, $25,176 per year. Personal savings required at 3.8% SWR, approximately $663,000. With a paid-off home in a lower-cost Canadian city, $45,000 is a comfortable, achievable retirement. This target is within reach for a median-income Canadian who saves consistently. Scenario B, the middle-class retirement, $65,000 per year. Target, $65,000 per year. Illustrative CPP at 65, $10,800 per year. OAS at 65, $9,024 per year. Government income, $19,824 per year. Income gap, $45,176 per year. Personal savings required at 3.8% SWR, approximately $1,189,000. This is the scenario closest to the $1 million benchmark, and it requires approximately $1.2 million, slightly above the commonly cited figure. Scenario C, the comfortable retirement, $90,000 per year. Target, $90,000 per year. CPP, above average contributor at 65, $13,000 per year. OAS at 65, subject to partial clawback at this income, approximately $6,500 per year after partial clawback government income, approximately $19,500 per year. Income gap, $70,500 per year. Personal savings required at 3.8% SWR, approximately $1,855,000. At $90,000 of annual spending, The OAS clawback begins to reduce benefits, and the personal savings requirement approaches $1.9 million. The CPP timing impact across all scenarios. Delaying CPP to 70 reduces the income gap by approximately $4,536 per year, reducing required personal savings by approximately $119,000 across all three scenarios. The numbers above assume CPP at 65. Delaying meaningfully improves every scenario. The savings gap reality. The average Canadian has approximately $272,000 in personal retirement savings. Scenario A requires $663,000. Most Canadians are saving less than half of what even a modest retirement requires. This is a significant but bridgeable gap for Canadians who understand the target and start building deliberately. Building the retirement savings is one challenge. Drawing them down in the right order is an entirely different one. And getting sequencing wrong can cost tens of thousands in unnecessary tax over the course of retirement. The 4 retirement account types and their tax treatment. TFSA withdrawals, tax-free. No income inclusion. No OAS clawback impact. No GIS impact. RRSP/RRIF withdrawals. Fully taxable as ordinary income in the year of withdrawal. Non-registered investment income. Capital gains taxed at 50% inclusion. Eligible dividends at preferential rate. Interest at full marginal rate. CPP and OAS, taxable income. GIS is tax-free. The RRIF mandatory minimum withdrawal rule. All RRSPs must convert to RRIFs by December 31st of the year you turn 71. RRIFs have mandatory minimum annual withdrawals that increase with age. Age 71, 5.28% of the RRIF balance. Age 75, 5.82%. Age 80, 6.82%. Age 85, 8.51%. Age 90, 11.92%. A large RRIF at age 85 to 90 can force significant taxable withdrawals, potentially pushing income above the OAS clawback threshold and generating large tax bills in years when the money may not even be needed. The optimal withdrawal sequence. General principles. Early retirement, 65 to 70. Draw from RRSP/RRIF first, while CPP and OAS have not yet started. Fill lower tax brackets deliberately. Income split with a spouse using a spousal RRSP if available. Every dollar drawn from RRSP now at a low rate is a dollar not forced out at a higher rate under mandatory RRIF minimums later. Mid-retirement, 70 to 75. CPP and OAS now active, adding to taxable income. Draw TFSA to supplement income without triggering additional tax or OAS clawback. Later retirement, 75 plus. RRIF mandatory minimums may force large withdrawals. TFSA income fills needs without any tax consequence. No OAS clawback, no GIS reduction, no marginal rate increase. The TFSA's late retirement superpower. In late retirement, when RRIF minimums are large and potentially triggering clawback, TFSA withdrawals are invisible to CRA. They do not appear on any tax return. They do not affect OAS clawback. They do not affect GIS. A large TFSA at retirement is not just a savings account. It is a precision tax management instrument for every year of retirement. Healthcare gaps in retirement. In Ontario, OHIP covers most physician and hospital services. What it does not cover for most retirees: dental care, vision care, hearing aids, and many prescriptions. These costs can be significant. Dental work alone can average $1,500 to $3,000 plus per year for seniors. The transition from employer benefit coverage to retirement without private insurance is one of the most commonly underprepared financial transitions in Canadian retirement. The Ontario Drug Benefit, ODB, provides prescription coverage for Ontarians 65 plus, with income-tested deductibles. Meaningful protection for lower-income seniors. Inflation. The 25-year retirement problem. At 2% annual inflation, the BOC's target, $45,000 of today's purchasing power requires approximately $54,750 in 10 years and $66,700 in 20 years. A 25-year retirement means your nominal income needs to grow significantly just to maintain the same real standard of living. CPP and OAS are indexed to inflation, providing automatic protection on the government portion. Personal savings withdrawals are not automatically adjusted. Plan the inflation escalation explicitly. Longevity risk. Half of 65-year-old couples have one partner live to 90. Life expectancy at 65 in Canada is approximately 21 additional years for men and 24 for women. But these are averages. Half of Canadians live longer. A 65-year-old couple has approximately a 50% probability that at least one partner lives to 90. Planning only to average life expectancy leaves the other half of the probability unprotected. Sequence of returns risk. A significant market decline in the early years of retirement, combined with ongoing withdrawals, is far more damaging than the same decline later. A 30% drop in year 2 permanently reduces the base available for all future recovery. This is why retirees typically hold a portion in bonds, GICs, or cash equivalents, to fund early retirement withdrawals in down years without selling equities at a loss. Let's come back to where we started. You need $1 million to retire. Sometimes true, often wrong, always incomplete. The 2026 numbers are specific. CPP maximum is $1,507.65 per month, but the realistic average is $850 to $925 per month. Use your personal estimate from My Service Canada. OAS pays approximately $751.97 per month for ages 65 to 74 from July 2026, rising to approximately $827.17 per month at 75. GIS adds up to approximately $1,123 per month for low-income seniors. The OAS clawback starts at $93,454 in net income based on 2025 earnings. The 3 retirement scenarios: $663,000 for $45,000 per year, $1.2 million for $65,000 per year, $1.85 million for $90,000 per year, are the actual personalized targets that replace the vague $1 million benchmark. Delaying CPP to 70 is worth approximately $119,000 in reduced savings requirement. Sequencing RRSP early and TFSA late saves tens of thousands in tax. Planning for healthcare gaps, inflation over 25 years, and longevity past the average completes the picture. Retirement in Canada is achievable. The number is specific to you. The decisions that determine it are within your control.